Well, hello, and Happy New Year tomorrow. You know, this whole thing about the new year and New Year's resolutions has just got me in a tether. I've just been thinking about, okay, what kind of things do I need to change? Well, all kinds of things, right? Well, how are we going to do this? What's the best way? Well, personally, I don't think New Year's resolutions even work. They've never worked for me, and I've never been able to do anything more than a day or two. And why is that? Well, let's talk about that, okay? Okay. Well, the New Year's resolutions, if I have to say I'm going to do something on Thursday or Sunday, how about this? Let's forget the resolution part right now. And let's say I'm going to fit into that polka dot bikini by the first day of spring. You ever made any kind of promises like that? Well, what happens? The thing of it is, every day comes along, and there's reasons for us to eat that piece of cake, or eat that lasagna, or pasta, or something else that we don't need to be eating, okay? So I'm going to put it to you and myself that I need to start things today. I need to get that ball rolling today. And I'm just going to kick fear in the face and start my resolutions today on New Year's Eve. Well, how do we do that? Well, for one thing, we need to realize that tomorrow does not exist. What? Well, it doesn't really. Because when you go to sleep tonight and you wake up in the morning, it's going to be today. Because it's always today. So today, we need to be doing the things that we need to do if we want to change, in whatever areas we need to change. Well, let's see. Am I angry enough to want to change? Let's use some specifics, okay? Let's say I want to give up getting that cup of coffee at Starbucks every morning. Okay? Do I look at that like, oh, I can't have Starbucks coffee anymore. I can't do this and that anymore. No, that's not the way we should look at this thing. I should look at this like, okay, what are the good things that I'm going to get from not stopping at Starbucks every morning? Well, number one, good grief, $5 or $6 for a cup of coffee? Get out of town. I could save some money, all right? I also save time in the morning and less aggravation waiting in line to get my coffee. And I'm also not contributing as much to the litter because I'm not having that throwaway cup every morning that I normally do. You see what I'm saying? We need to go to where we want to be. All right, if I want to start something, let's say and this is something I do need to start. I need to start lifting some weights and getting some definition in my body. Well, what do I do? Do I say, oh, I got to get up and do these exercises and I hate it? Is that how we do it? Is that going to get you motivated? I doubt it. But what if we say something like, well, I'm going to get some definition in my muscles. Maybe I'll get rid of some of these bat wings that I've had for a while. Maybe I'll get a little more, maybe my face will tighten up a little bit. Maybe. We can hope, right? But we need to look for things that we want in these changes that we're making. Let's say we want to adopt a better eating strategy. Are we going to say things like, well, I can't have this anymore, and I can't have that anymore, and woe is me, and I might as well just go hide in the corner and eat Twinkies? No, my love. What we need to do, I need to say, hey, I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to feel better. Let's see, I wrote some of these things too down. Well, I'm going to have the benefits of being healthy, the benefits of losing weight, the benefits of having empowerment over food. Have you ever thought about that too? I mean, do you ever feel like you're held captive by food? I remember there was a time when I used to eat breakfast and I'd think about lunch when I was eating breakfast. And I would think about dinner when I was eating lunch. That's just too much food thinking, folks. And I will say that now, not as much, hardly at all, because I've worked on it. I've changed the way I feel toward food. Now, yeah, there's times when I will say, oh, that looks so good, and I wish I could eat it. And sometimes I have, because we're not perfect, are we? But we need to look at these things as this is the benefit that I will get out of this. We need to say, I don't want that anymore. Let's say you're wanting to quit smoking. I've been there. Oh, my goodness. But what are the benefits of quitting smoking? What do you really want? You don't want to get up every morning and say, oh, I can't have my cigarette. What am I going to do? Can't have my cigarette or my coffee. So, well, think about it. You're going to smell 100% better, folks, when you quit that smoking. You're going to breathe better. You're going to have the money savings, my goodness. And you're less likely to develop lung cancer. Okay, let's talk about that elephant in the room. It also is about the leading cause of heart attacks. And especially if you're diabetic, you're going to have less chance of them cutting your legs off. I know that's hard to hear, but we got to think about reasons why we don't want this stuff that we've been doing. Okay, if you want to quit drinking, what are the reasons you want to quit drinking? You want to be closer to your family? You want to be more responsible? You don't want to develop stomach cancer or any of the other kinds of things that can go wrong from drinking. Maybe you like your liver. I want to have a liver when I get older, okay? We got to think about these things, and maybe we could just write them all down and just put them up somewhere. Look at them every morning. Maybe you need to put them in your bathroom. Maybe you need to put them up where you might have some weightlifting equipment that you haven't used. Or maybe, probably the bathroom would be better because we all use the bathroom in the morning, don't we? Maybe we just need to see that right there. So we can say, hey, this is what I want. Instead of saying, I need my cinnamon rolls for breakfast. I can't have them anymore. Don't think about the things you can't have. We need to think about the things we can have, the things that we are aspiring to, and how great we're going to feel when we get X number of pounds off or be able to fit in whatever it is that we're going for. We got to keep the goal in front of us. We don't want the bat wings, okay? So we want to lift the weights. We want to do the things that we need to do to get there. So, I'm not going to assign a day because today is the day, right? It's always today. It's always going to be today. Tomorrow does not exist. And if you give yourself time, if I say, okay, like I said before, by the first day of spring, I want to be able to fit into that string bikini or whatever. Okay, well, what happens next week when I want to eat something I shouldn't? Well, I'll just do it this one time and it's not going to matter. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter. Every day matters because every day is today. And we're going to get to a place where today is the day where we actually see the things that we're going for. If we stick with it. I know you can do this. I can do this. We can do it. Let me see if my notes had anything else that I forgot. Okay, yes, New Year's resolution. Do it today, yes, flip it. We need to be looking at the things that we're going for. Keep those in our mind. Because if we keep thinking, I can't drink anymore. I can't get drunk with my friends. Well, what about turning that around and saying, okay, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to have a clear mind. I'm going to make good decisions. I'm not going to waste money. I'm going to be the kind of person that I want to be. So if we devalue those things that are harming us and that we want to quit, just take the value out of those. For me, I need to get angry and I need to think about those things that, like when I did quit smoking, I had to get mad. I'm just like, what is that doing to my little tiny blood vessels? See, because we don't see what's going on at the molecular level. But there are things going on at the molecular level. In your brain, in your little tiny toes and feet, in those arteries, your capillaries, in your heart. Because there will come a day when you're going to be glad you did this. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for me. Oh my goodness, I am rooting for me. So if we do this together, I'm going to challenge you. all those crazy challenges going on Facebook and YouTube and all those places. Let's do the challenge that says do it today. I'm going to challenge you to do all this stuff on New Year's Eve. Don't give yourself the out to go out and get drunk and smoke as many cigarettes as you can and drink all the Starbucks you want. Oh, you know, I'm just being silly. But we can do this. We can do it. We want to do it. Think about the things that you want in those times when it's a little hard. Now, I know you must be like, well, I might lose all my friends. All my friends drink, or all my friends smoke, or all my friends shop like crazy, or all my friends are disorganized, all that kind of thing. Well, I might lose my friends. Well, I won't tell you a hard fact. Those friends, those loved ones, husband, wife, friend, significant other, fill in the blank. That person is not going to lay in that hospital bed and have their leg cut off for you. I know that's hard to hear, but it's true. That person is not going to lay in that hospital bed and take on lung cancer because you want to smoke with them. That person's not going to lay in the hospital bed with a failing liver for you. We have to make these decisions for ourselves. And I know you can do it, and I know I can do it. And we can do this together, okay? Let's do this challenge. Okay, so you have a great new year and have fun tonight, but you don't have to have fun doing all the things that you want to quit doing. Think about the reasons why you do want to quit that. Okay? I believe in you, and I believe in me. Happy New Year. I'm trying to shut this thing off, and it ain't shutting.